Now that you've had a day or two to sort of mull it over, what are your reflections on the Porto defeat, and how do you expect your
I reflect after the match. I don't need to speak again.
You feel the same as you did then, do you?
Yes, I feel the same. Yeah, we played well. We lost. Big game, difficult game. We had very good periods. We were punished by 2 mistakes. Defensively, we played very well, but we committed 2 mistakes and we were punished by that. The goal referee made the biggest mistake of the whole game, which cost us a point, but good performance.
I'm sure the players understand any selection decisions that you make, but do you sense any anxiety when they see established players being dropped or rested?
No, I don't see that. We are a group, we communicate. Every player has the ambition to play. Every player respects each other. Every player wants to play and is not happy when he's not playing. But every player very respectful to me, and even more important than respectful to me, respectful to the other players. Everybody supports everybody. Great behavior by everyone. So we are alive.
Given that you've always had a great sort of relationship with John Terry, he's been your captain. That's
and I have.
Things. And absolutely. But because of that, have you found it particularly hard to leave him out?
No.
And what did you make of the fans chanting, "We want our captain back," when he was out on the pitch after the end of the Porto game?
The fans can sing, and I'm happy they sing, and I'm happy they support John. It's more important they support John when John is not playing than when he's playing. When he's playing and he's playing well and everything is in a high for him, he doesn't need support. So the supporters are great. So I'm happy with that.
Is he ready for a recall, given the last 2 games there's been no clean sheets?
He's ready every game to play. Even the ones I leave him on the bench, he's ready to play.
Do you anticipate picking him against Southampton?
I don't tell the team. Maybe you have some sources that can give you some tips. We trained tactically yesterday and today, so I am sure some of you have some rats that can tell you what is going on.
What do you make of the FA's decision to clear you of making any discriminatory remarks to Dr.
For the past 2 months, I didn't open my mouth, and I'm going to keep like this. One day I will speak, but I will choose a day.
Were you concerned, though, that after the FA cleared you, their chairman, Greg Dyke, has suggested you were guilty of a personal
That's the same answer.
decision?
That's the same answer. I'm quiet about it for a long time. I read and I listen and I watch and I'm quiet.
Do you think if you said something about it might eventually go away, or do you think by not saying anything it
I'm telling you, we can be here all day. My time to speak will arrive when I decide.
Okay. Injury-wise, what can you tell us this week? Has there been any developments?
Courtois, recovering well, working well, but obviously we cannot fight the time. He has that time until he's back. So December for him, first week, second, third, we don't know, but December for sure. Everything is going well. Apart of that, no injuries.
And is it right you're looking to perhaps bring another goalkeeper in as cover?
Yeah, we try.
And what are your thoughts on that, whether you're going to be successful or not, and what sort of time frame are we talking?
No, we have in this moment Marco Amelia with us, working with us for a couple of days. Experienced goalkeeper. He knows what a big club is. He knows the responsibility. Played Champions League, played national team, but the last couple of years he didn't play so much and is not training with the team for a few months. But what we need is some cover. We need some stability until Courtois is back, and maybe he's the guy to give us that, because as you know, we must be a goalkeeper without a club, without a contract. Cannot be somebody with a contractual relation with other club, even outside Europe. So we were analyzing, and with what we had in our hands, we found that Marco could be a good possibility for us. And let's see in the next couple of days what we decide together with him.
I mean, are Southampton a side that present any particular problems as far as you're concerned?
It's a good team, a team that last season we couldn't beat, but we know that in both matches we could. In the match at Southampton, we know why we didn't win. The match at home, we had an unbelievable dominance in the second half, and they defend with everything, and they managed to get a point. But we respect them. We know that they are a good team, and for sure they are going to give us also a difficult match. If I like to be under pressure, I like to be under pressure when I am top of the league and the second is 1 point behind. Is the pressure I like. I don't like the position where we are. But I cope well with it. And I want the next match, and always the next match. So I'm waiting for tomorrow. I want to play, so I cope with that.
And yesterday Ronald Koeman said that you shouldn't call yourself special because it's for other people to say that you're special. Do you have any reaction to that?
No.
Phil, at the back.
Joseph, last weekend you gave your players -1 out of 10 in the first half. In Porto, you lamented ridiculous moments.
Yeah.
Why is this squad of players struggling for consistency?
It's difficult to answer, but the players they know. When you make a big mistake, you know and you feel. And I don't know in your jobs, I don't know in your newspapers' offices the way you deal with mistakes. When I read what some of you write, it looks like you do what you want and nothing happened. Or if somebody criticizes you, you start crying because you don't accept it. It looks like you are a little bit of a prima donna, that to be criticized in the group becomes a drama. In here, we speak openly. You did that. You could do that. You could help your mate. I did that mistake, but you could do a little bit better to compensate my mistake. We communicate openly. We criticize people without any kind of problems, and no prima donnas crying. Everybody wants to do well, everybody accepts the critic, everybody knows the job and knows that let the team down. Nobody wants to do that, but the reality is yes. You know, the second goal against Porto, we have one player to mark Maicon. We have two players in the space. The first player in the space has to attack the space that Maicon normally attacks. The second man in the space has to short that distance. The man that marks him has to go. So Maicon should be surrounded by three players. They fail. They let the team down. They know, and we speak about it because we try not to make mistakes. When you make a mistake, you have to speak about it. You have to try to, and do you know what I call that? Maybe some people here, they don't call it, but do you know why I call that in football? Coaching. coaching. If the coach cannot coach, go to a newspaper where nobody criticizes anybody. Not all the newspapers, I believe, but one especially.
So when players make mistakes, like you
We
said,
speak about it.
or when they let their teammates down, like you said,
We speak about it.
Do you
If
speak
if it happens in the first half, we speak at the half time. If it happens in the second half, we speak the next day. We never speak after the game. Never.
how do you handle it? Do you handle it calmly, or does it anger you?
As I tell you, after the match, I never react. After the match, I go to the press, they go to the shower. If he's away at home, we travel. And after the match, I never have a bad reaction. Not even a especially good reaction. After the match, is to calm down and to go home. The next day, obviously, I'm calm. So because I'm calm, I coach, and I don't have prima donnas that cannot be criticized, like in some newspapers. You cannot criticize.
Does it consume you, what you're going through? You won one game in August, you won one league game in September. How do you define this start of the season? Is it a bad run? Is it a difficult start? Is it a crisis? How do you define it?
I define as the worst period in my career, with the worst results in my career, which I get it as a fantastic experience, an experience that I don't want to repeat. I want to finish tomorrow with this experience and start winning matches again. But an experience that is a good experience in my career, I think comes too late, because to come after 15 years is too late. Should come after 2, 3 or 4, comes too late. But it's something that is helping me to be better. It's a great negative experience.
Welcome to the Chelsea Fans Channel. Now, as I'm sure you know, we have a massive, ginormous fixture against Southampton this weekend. Simply, we have to win. Therefore, we have to pick the best team. I've had Skillen doing it. I've had Sophie doing it. I've had a go. I needed the brains. I needed the insight. I needed the knowledge. So I got little Adam.